Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Play the Hits. Max, this just became an impromptu episode of something else because it wouldn't.
Yeah,
you
we know
it.
that if we weren't gonna play right away, we were probably gonna do half an hour just browsing Steam anyway. So yeah, might as well make it into
It was
content.
quickly evolving into that, and we haven't chatted in like a week anyway. So, you're doing something special tonight. You're on your brand new PC, aren't you?
I think this is the first time, yeah, that we've actually streamed. I'm on the PC. Not doing any streaming tonight or anything, but I mean,
But who knows? After tonight, you may well. Yeah.
I definitely could. I mean, I got pretty much everything I would need. I need to set up the Elgato, but
yeah.
I think also, I mean, I got like a 25-foot display port cable.
Nice.
Display
port.
I'm using the PlayStation controller, the Bluetooth, so I wouldn't even need a cord for that. I think all I would really need is like some USB extenders for like the microphone and the headset.
I got you.
Because I would pretty much probably play in like our Three Seasons room. We would keep the computer, I don't like this thing is fucking heavy,
Right.
So the case is large, so I probably wouldn't be moving it around too much, but the monitor's a lot easier to move.
No, as for the part that everyone fucking cares about, you've got a 3070 in there, correct? For your graphics card? Nice.
Yeah.
You're one of the lucky few who is actually able to scoop those one up and is not a robot. So
lucky that I live really close to a Micro Center. So
nice.
And the one in Chicago. So I actually had no luck getting it online, which I thought would be the way to go.
No, if you want it online, you better be willing to pay like $1,800 for it. God. Just the video.
So basically an hour and a half after it went on sale, I was like, well, I'll fucking go to Micro Center just for giggles.
Yeah.
And they had like 130 of them still, and I was like, what? Nice. Okay, let me hop in line.
Very nice. So tonight, we are eventually going to play some Cloudpunk, but to start off this evening, we're just going to go balls deep into the Steam Autumn Sale here. So, did you have it open on your PC too?
Let's see. I'm on Steam Community.
Or do you need me to screen share with you? Because I can do that.
Yeah, screen share, and then take a look here.
I'll share my.
But I'm going to look at it too. Store. Take me to the store, baby.
There you go. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you. All right, so on the front page, there's Destiny 2, Fall Guys, Sims 4. None of these are really our jams. I guess Destiny...
Fall Guys really just knocked off the face of the earth after a little while.
Well, like fucking Among Us came and just like stole its thunder. Like
it really
it
did,
right in the middle of its hype. Yeah,
kind of the 2-year-old game, right? Kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Sims. I've never been super into the Sims. Like I know some people like swear by it, but never really been my jam. So,
Oh, Phasmophobia. I've been seeing this all over the place.
Yes, dude. I desperately want to play that with you.
Oh, okay. Like, I mean, the graphics look like hot garbage.
But who cares? Like that would have been the best for Spoopy October. But I mean, there's nothing that says we can only play fucking horror games in the fall. So there's like a couple graphically intensive games too that I would really want to see your PC run. And one of them is if you go down under the Steam Awards, Jedi Fallen Order. I have that on PS4. It was fantastic.
Oh yeah,
it's
probably the best game of last year, right?
Like it was an excellent Star Wars entry for sure.
And they ended up patching like most of the bugs, right? Because I know it was a little glitchy when it first came out.
Yeah, maybe. I encountered.
Okay.
By the time I played it, it was probably, let me think, my birthday. So it was February of this year, and I didn't have any problem with bugs. It was
okay.
The one thing that I will say about it though, the beginning of the game almost kind of deceives you as to what kind of game it is, because you spend the first maybe hour and a half like totally on rails, and it's really cool. It almost seems kind of like Uncharted meets Star Wars,
Yeah.
Like there's these huge set pieces, and the world is hyper detailed, and you're like really in like this spaceport in Star Wars, right? And then from there on out, the levels take on more of a kind of a Metroidvania style, where there's like several planets that you can go to, and you get to explore like a nice little cross section of them, and more parts of them open up as you gain abilities, which is still awesome, and I still loved it. But like the beginning of the game is like
Metroidvania, like
yeah. Say that again.
I said I'm all for 3D Metroidvania. Like,
Oh yeah,
basically,
yeah, and it does it phenomenally. It's an absolutely brilliant Metroidvania kind of game. But the very beginning of the game was actually my favorite part because of like the atmosphere that it sets up.
Yeah.
And the rest of the game, absolutely. I mean, like there's some parts that are just freaking epic, but like the most like I guess the point where it feels the most like you're in the middle of like the big Star Wars universe is right at the beginning.
Yeah.
And that's not to say that the rest of the game is in any way, shape, or form bad. It's the very beginning of the game is so freaking good at setting it up that you kind of wish that they had stuck a little more to that formula overall. But
when does that game take place? Like, is it after?
It's
is it between?
Yeah, but between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's basically
so most
like,
of the Jedi are gone.
Yeah, it's kind of like Disney's answer to The Force Unleashed, which, as you know, is still one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time.
Yeah.
So that one, like
Second
I said,
one, not so much.
It looks great on the PS4 Pro. I'd be really curious to see how it looks on basically your next gen hardware here.
There's a few games that I would love to like see on this thing.
Like
Control is another one.
Control, I've heard, is really graphically impressive. I'm looking at Death Stranding right now.
Yeah. See, I just got that on the PS4 like a couple months ago, so it's like, but I mean, sometimes I see the game like it's $30 right now, but I see it sometimes for like $20. So,
oh, nice.
Like GMG or something like that. Actually, Control I think is $16 on GMG right now.
Oh, no shit.
So
nice.
Yeah, there's a few of these games that are actually a couple dollars cheaper right now on it's just some weird places, but they'll give you the Steam code.
Yeah, and it's always worth, like, even with the Steam sale, it's always worth looking up and seeing what it is on like Good Old Games or something else.
Yeah.
But then you get down, here's where it always gets really interesting for me. When you go down into the franchises, and they'll like bundle,
Persona 4 Golden.
They'll bundle like an entire series for like $50 or something like that.
Yeah,
it gets crazy.
I think there's like a what do you call it? I mean, if you're into roguelikes, which I'm not so much. The Metro, the
entire Metro franchise for fucking $33. That's awesome. I mean, I already have the first 2 games, so really all I need is Exodus. But what really pisses me off is that I had Exodus on the Microsoft game store.
Yeah,
the one that you pay the monthly subscription for, and it was like bugged to shit on Windows. I would get to a certain point about like 5 fucking hours into the game, right? So like, not like, all I have to do is repeat the tutorial, and the game would crash and wouldn't load until I uninstalled and reinstalled it.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's what.
It got
also,
so
I can't
obnoxious.
find Metro on my thing, so I don't see it. But it's how many games are in that series?
3.
3, 4?
No, 3. There's
3,
well,
okay.
so the first 2 games got redos. That's where you see that. Metro 2033 and Last Light. Those are the first 2 games, and then they got like graphical overhauls, and they were re-released. And then Metro Exodus. Let me make sure the franchise actually. Yeah, it has Exodus in it. Exodus and DLC, which is nice. Very good. So Exodus is kind of its own beast. It's more of like an open world sort of experience, which is pretty cool. Dude, I bet you fucking Resident Evil games would look damn good on your PC.
And Resident Evil 2 is how much is it? $16 right now?
$16? Hell yeah.
Yeah. That's one that I'm kind of like, I might just buy it now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, so, I have it on the PS4 and I still actually like play it quite often. But I'd be willing to just check it out on PC like for $10 sometime and just see how much...
Did you end up getting Resident Evil 3? I don't remember.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Nick and I did a playthrough on Play the Hits.
Oh shit.
Yeah. You should watch it.
Yeah, I should watch.
You should watch that shit. You should watch Play the Hits.
Resident Evil 2 is like still one of the prettiest games, I think, of this or last, I guess now, generation.
Yeah.
It
absolutely is.
I'd love to see. Yeah, some of these, it's just like things that came out a little while ago. It's just like, okay, how much better do they actually look on PC? Like, because I know some of these things, the consoles are like the actual hardware that move games. So it's like, do they actually look that much better? But yeah, some of them really, they kind of go out of their way almost, or they're just like, hey, we built it on a PC anyway.
Right.
We just locked the frame rate and locked a few things for the
so
for
that your
the
console
systems.
plebes can enjoy it.
Yeah, and they'll just unlock it. It's as simple as like unlocking a few things. I'm not trying to like downplay all the work a developer does, but yeah, I mean, most of the time they do build this on this kind of hardware, and then they just end up having to like lock it because the consoles are just like mini computers these days anyway.
Right.
And like we've talked about, like you were saying last time, more and more there's very little difference. They're just like very optimized PCs that are like strictly for games and maybe some other things.
Pretty much. And dude, I gotta say though, like this always blows my mind. I'm not gonna buy it for PC just because I feel like I've gotten what all I can experience on this game.
You got your money's worth.
I did, but that's the thing. I paid $60 for it, plus I paid individually for the DLCs, and I still feel like I got my money's worth.
Oh yeah.
Like The Witcher 3 is just that fucking. I mean, like, you can get so engrossed in that game. So you know that there's someone out there right now who, like, after 4 years of putting it off, is finally picking this up with all of its DLC for $15 fucking dollars.
I know.
And they're about to have
crazy.
Fucking a 300+ hour experience. Like, I'm jealous of that person.
Yeah, like that could be your year of gaming,
right?
Because in another franchise, that would be like 3 games, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
They could split that up, and I don't think anyone would cry foul.
No,
for between that and I mean, you could split just the main game into 2 games, really, and no one would be the wiser.
Yeah,
like all the DLC.
I'm fond of saying that what's the city in the middle of the game
Novigrad?
Novigrad could have been its own game.
Oh yeah, there was a lot to there was
but it's that just city was so dense and so packed, and
yeah, it was just crazy. Yeah, it's and I'm wondering about Cyberpunk, like how much is it going to be the same? If it's going to have like that Witcher heart, if it's going to have like it just looks so much different, with the trailers, which I'm still into. If it has even
half of like the content or like the character, I will be thrilled. Like, because the Witcher just set such a high bar. Like, I feel like people are going to unfairly compare it. But at the same time,
it's going to be different.
Oh, absolutely. But I think Cyberpunk's going to knock it out of the park too.
Yeah, I think it's going to be different, but I think these guys know what they're doing. And what's not going to be different is they have an eye for quality, and they know that their name is synonymous with Witcher 3, like one of the greatest games of the last generation now. So I think they have a lot to uphold.
The fact that they were willing to delay it, even though the game has been gold since like April, it speaks to the fact that they're willing to take this release very seriously and make sure that it is polished like a diamond.
Taking the old Steam approach, I guess. Although I would say Valve, they usually don't say it's going to come out at a time and then like delay. Right. Usually it's like it's done when it's done, and then by the way, it's coming out next month. Like
yeah, right.
But so no, I get that.
Yeah, no, Cyberpunk has been interesting because we've been, seeing bits and pieces of it almost as long as, like, for instance, like FF7 Remake. Like, it for the longest time, for like 2 years, it was just that one like piece of concept art before we actually. Yeah. So, and on the one hand, I always hate that when like someone says, we're working on something huge and intriguing, and then I just know I'm not going to see it for 5 or 6 years. That's just shitty. But at the same time,
are you still working on it? Like
but at
like
the same,
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Oh God, I forgot that was even a thing. But at the same time, CD Projekt Red has nothing but goodwill from me. So whereas Square Enix, like, this is a repeated pattern of mistaken releases. So
like you're on thin ice, but you got me because you got Final Fantasy.
Yeah, because you can tickle my nostalgia junk.
Well, CD Projekt Red has goodwill for me in spades. Like,
absolutely.
They could probably mess a few things up. I mean, you got the delays, and I'm still like, okay, guys, all right, that's cool.
They're just making it quality, man. There's
4 times delayed. Okay, well, I know you're just working on that day one pack because, like you said, it's been gold. It's freaking printed on the discs, pretty much. I feel like.
Yeah, they could have released it in a not optimal state, and people probably still would have gobbled it up.
I think other companies have gotten away with it.
Right,
but
if
at
this
the same
were like
time,
Bethesda or Ubisoft, that shit would have been out at the end of 2019.
Yeah. At the same time, I feel like they might not get away with it because people hold them in such high regard that it'd be like, oh, this is, what are you doing?
That's right. That's true.
I don't know. I don't think it would be a release like, I mean, Bethesda did get slammed for what? Fallout 76, but they deserve to. That game was buggy as shit. I mean, it was like, it wasn't unplayable, but it was halfway there. Oh. They
did not do what they needed to do with that one.
Oh man, so you've seen the videos for Demon Souls on the PS5?
Yeah, so I was pointing to this here. This is a series that I just can't ever fucking get into. But damn it, if the Demon Souls re-release on PS5 doesn't look freaking beautiful, and like it makes me want to play it.
It seems like this style of game is calling out to you, and you go back to torture yourself.
I know.
You played Sekiro, right?
Every time I drop fucking, I never buy them new because at least I know better than that. But still, I'll sometimes drop like $20 or $30 on one of these games and not be able to beat the first fucking boss. I'm just like, I'm just not a good gamer. I'm just not a video game man.
How far did you get in Sekiro?
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm absolutely talking about Sekiro. Like that game, like I must have put in...
What's in the Mega Man franchise?
Yeah, dude. Okay. So right. I must have put in what? I can look. Let me see here. Sekiro. Let's go down here. I've completely uninstalled. I put in 10 hours, and I couldn't beat the ogre guarding the front gate of the castle. Like boss numero uno. I'm dead serious.
Shit.
And like I watched a YouTube strategy on how to beat him. Like I know like principally what I'm supposed to be doing and how to, cheese him until he dies.
In theory, you know how to beat him.
Absolutely. And I just can't do it. Like my muscles don't have the wherewithal and the reaction time to get the job done. Like, which is strange because like I've played other like for instance, the other night when Nick and I started Mega Man Zero, it's been close to 20 years since I played the original game, right? And so naturally I lost. I ate it hard. I basically got us into a fail state. And then I thought to myself, well, that's freaking unacceptable. So over the week I went back and I just demolished it. And now I'm kind of like right back where I was in 2003. I'm able to play the game functionally again.
The skill was there, lying dormant.
Yeah, right.
Bring it back.
and that's considered to be a not as difficult as like a Souls game, but still a difficult game.
Zero's a difficult game, even considered for Mega Man.
And I can pretty well, own it now. I once again. So like it's not like difficult games are a turnoff for me, or like I can't do them. It's just there's something about the Souls formula I can never grasp it.
There's something about the style of game. It maybe for you it's not like for me puzzle games, like real puzzle games.
Yeah.
Playing Tetris Connected is one of the games I'm like putting the computer through its paces to see how it is, and it's like I've been playing it on and off for ever since Addy got it on the PS4 like over a year ago. And it's just like, okay, maybe I'm getting a little bit better, but from where I started, I was like horrible, and now I'm just like pretty bad.
No, I'm just pretty bad.
I've graduated. I don't think I'm ever gonna get
ass to I've seen better.
I don't think I would ever get past like normal, maybe, and that would be with a lot of practice.
Yeah,
certainly more than she put into it.
Right.
So yeah, it's puzzle games really just I don't like thinking.
No.
Not when it comes to games. I really like going on instinct and doing stupid things until it works.
Right.
You're building up that muscle memory. Yeah. You know how I play Mario.
Yeah. That's
I'm
right.
gonna fucking kill that guy like 30
Mario's
times.
gonna fucking die when Max is at the wheel.
He's gonna die, so I can do that. So I can make it look cool once.
Not this guy again. So, on a totally unrelated topic, since we're looking at Mega Man games here, I just fucking love Mega Man art. Don't you?
I do, like the.
I love the style.
There's something about the old style of original Mega Man that I really like. It's just I don't know, like comic booky almost. Like it's
and
there's
they
something that just
reminds
me. They did, yeah.
They kind of modernized it, but not
that chibi style for like the Legacy collections. Like, not so much. But
yeah, no, but like right here, like Legacy Collection 2, that's my Mega Man.
Yeah, yeah, and that's like the stuff.
And then Mega Man X.
I think it's based off of
these.
like who's the freaking guy that made Mega Man? Not Igarashi, it was someone else, but I think it's like based on his drawings of Mega Man.
Mega Man.
But there's something that just kind of speaks to my like, hey, yeah, like getting the manual in the box or something and seeing that shit.
I know.
Like something that's really nice. Which, speaking of which, CD Projekt Red does really well with their games. Like,
yeah, they actually give you shit with your games.
Like, Witcher actually came with something that you could read and pull out for a little while.
Yeah,
Crisis.
So here's what I want you to do. I really now wait a minute. Where's
the remake?
Yeah,
not on here.
Crisis Maximum Edition.
Maximum Edition. What the hell is that?
It's
when did
just
that come out?
The original Crisis and its DLC. But
the original Crisis, which came out in what, 2008 or something?
Hold on a second here. This is remastered. Do they not have Crisis Remastered on?
That's not like an Epic Store.
Is that an Epic Store exclusive?
You never know these days. So much is Epic Store exclusive.
You know, because I would be really pissed off if I like saw on this day, oh, dude, fucking that Crisis game that just came out is $5, and I'm not getting the remaster. Granted, the 2008 original still looks shockingly good, but I guess that's not on the Steam store. That's so weird.
That is weird. When you don't
and that they would let them promote it like that. You know, that's odd.
It's I remember. I think we were playing like freaking Illusion of Gaia or something, talking about Shenmue not being on Steam.
Yeah,
and it was like, that feels like forever ago, and it just came out on Steam like last month or something. It's like, wow, that seems like it took forever.
Max Doom Eternal, $20.
Yes, that was another thing. It's wait, $20. It might be cheaper somewhere else, but not by much. I gotta see, but like only just today. That's another one that's like looks shockingly good, but I also really just want to see like how smoothly it runs. You know?
Oh my god,
like,
dude,
1080p and just 144.
It is butter.
Yeah,
like on my hardware, it is butter. I can at 1080p I can run it at 144 frames a second. It's amazing.
Nice. Yeah, I really want to. That one Control. For whatever reason, I've just really heard. Gears 5 looks really nice when
really?
Everything's optimized, so I kind of want to try that one out too.
Nice.
Yeah, Death Stranding. I think Resident Evil 2 would be another one that I really just want to see how that looks. And then obviously, what's up?
No, go ahead. You first.
Obviously, I think the biggest thing is Cyberpunk.
Because
it's one of the. I know there's a few games that are taking advantage of ray tracing, but that's like the first one that's like, okay, this is like legit ray tracing that only like a few graphics cards can do, and it's like it's supposed to look really good.
Yeah.
But it kind of sucks is that I looked at the specs and it's like, okay, even with my current computer, I would be able to like 2K with ray tracing at the max. And I don't even know like what my frame rate would be. So
yeah,
I think if I was playing it on the big TV, which I think I'd want to, I'd probably do it 2K. And then, like, because I want the ray tracing, I want to see how that looks.
Oh, absolutely,
you know? Yeah. And it's going to be if it runs at 60 frames, I'd be happy. But if I can't even meet that, it's like, oh shit. Because it said the minimum you would need for 2K ray tracing is like a 3070, and you would need like I think they said at least like a Ryzen 3, like third gen or second gen. And so it's just like, okay, like I don't even have that yet. So my processor's still lacking very much. So, I got to tell you, this is my pain every year around this time. Dude, not to stroke myself too much, but I'm a really good shopper when it comes to electronics. Like I usually know when the deals are. I'm following all the freaking Twitter. I'm following Wario64 and I'm looking at slick deals all the time. I'm signed up for like PC Part Picker to email me when something I want goes down in price.
Nice.
And this is also the time of year that would be happening the most, and I really can't buy anything for myself because it's just like, I might get you that, so don't buy anything for yourself. Like it's just like, damn it, but I don't want to tell anyone like, hey, this is on sale right now. If you want to get this from me,
like, come on, I can save you fucking $50 if you do it now.
It's like, let me just buy it, and then you can pay me back.
Right,
like, dude. So I woke up this morning. I had work this morning, so I got to wake up at like 4:30.
Of course.
Just checking my emails before I get out of bed, and I see PC Part Picker. It's like, hey, I only have one motherboard on there. There's only one I've decided I'm getting this exact motherboard. It's the MSI B550 Tomahawk. So because I wanna fucking overclock my once I get the Ryzen 5 that I want, the 5600 or whatever it is, because those things, I mean, you can. This is a little bit beyond me, the overvolting, undervolting, all this shit.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to do that shit.
It's a little bit like, I don't know, like manual overclocking. But what's nice about the Ryzens is depending on your motherboard, as long as your motherboard can it's like a, what do you call it? AM4, or it's built with AMD in mind, basically. If you have a motherboard that's like one of the more powerful ones, for the B550s, as long as it's pretty much any of them that's not like a B550A, it'll overclock it automatically. That's the thing about Ryzen's is like, oh yeah, it starts at like 3.4 gigahertz, but automatically, depending on the load, and as long as you have like a decent cooler and it doesn't explode, it'll go up to like 4.6 gigahertz, like without manual overclocking. It'll just do it on its own.
Oh yeah.
So it's like,
awesome.
I want, it's like, okay, I want a good motherboard that'll, make sure that it can put it through its paces. So anyway, I'm rambling, but B550, the Tomahawk, it's $180 motherboard.
Yeah.
I get this email this morning, $40 off. It's $140. I'm like, so I go, Best Buy's already sold out. It's like, oh shit. Newegg has a whole bunch though. It's like, okay, so it's just like, well, I don't know, should I get this? It's like, no, we said you wouldn't, and it was just like, but I get it. You know what?
You can always ask for forgiveness, right?
No. As painful as it is, it's like, okay, yes, I did agree to, because here's another thing is I got to save up for a car right now.
Oh, nice.
Because my damn car broke down.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Dude, I mean, almost 13 years that this thing has been getting me around. And I until last year, I barely had to put any money into it. It's been a good ride.
Yeah.
But I started having to sink some money into it last year, like almost $1,000. And then this year, I've already put $1,200 in that car.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that's not what you want.
And now I was coming home from work and it sounded like sparks on my hood. It ended up being the serpentine belt. So it wasn't sparks, but it was still pretty bad.
Whenever this car is just like making weird fucking noises, it's always the goddamn serpentine belt.
Yep. It's and that's the thing is I elected to ignore it for a while because it sounded like
the same thing.
It sounded like a pebble just hitting the underside of my hood really hard, and I was just like, "What?
How much damage can that do?"
Yeah, it's like when I'm on the highway and I'm switching to like third to fourth gear or something. I'm like, maybe I just need an oil change. It's about time. So I get the oil change. I'm like, that'll fix it.
Yeah.
And then the next time I'm like heading home from work, it's like a billion pebbles. No. I'm like, oh shit. The battery light goes on a second later. The engine light goes on a minute later, and then the engine is overheating. Light goes on, and so I'm like, oh fuck! I thankfully pulled over to a gas station, and that was a whole thing. I was thinking about getting it towed, but I was able to like let it cool down for a while and drive it very slowly,
just limp it across the finish line.
Basically, 7 minutes to a Firestone, but just to get it driving again. To fix the serpentine belt and the water tank, water cooler.
Yeah.
Just that to get it drivable would be like over $650.
Damn.
But there's so much. There's all the little things that I like updated at 100,000 miles, but definitely need to get done again. The spark plugs, the shocks, the alignments apparently needs to be done again because there's so many freaking potholes where I live.
Yep.
Like I swear to God.
Same in Bloomington.
So to get it in good condition again would be like $3,400.
Oh,
so it's like, well,
that's my PC money.
That's a down payment money. That's like, okay, I've already sunk $1,200. I think it was like a sign, like, okay,
yeah, it's time.
But car shopping's hard, man.
It is. So you're getting a Tesla, is what I hear.
I would love a Tesla. And you know what I like about Tesla is there's no haggling or anything. It's like, no, this is how you got to do it. Like, this is the price.
Right.
Like,
fuck you.
Because it's like Tesla,
yes,
they control the whole line,
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But in a way, that's kind of nice because it's like, okay, yeah, that's the price. That's what
right.
I gotta pay.
Yeah, because I mean, you're going to be paying the same price for that car as everybody else. There's not going to be like a crooked dealer that's going to be able to jip you on it.
Yeah. So you're paying their price, but at the same time, it's like
You're
that's
paying
the
their
price,
price.
you know? There's none of this so much bullshit. Dude.
Yeah. So back to games here real quick.
Back to games.
Like I never shared this with you, but one of my secret pleasures of this like last generation has been like the Tomb Raider reboot. They're all three of them are really damn good games.
Yeah.
And the most recent one, Shadow, is really graphically impressive.
I've heard that Shadow is a good game for HDR.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty to look at.
Uh-huh.
It sucks that Shadow came out at a time when there were a lot of other games that were overshadowing it, basically.
Yeah, it did kind of get overlooked.
It got lost. And I remember, like...
It's still a damn good game, though.
Not even a month... It was like 3 weeks, maybe, after... Maybe even less. The game went on sale. Like, I was like, ah, shit. Like, it was like $40 in like 3 weeks.
Now, if you really want to, like, go do a blast from the past and just, like...
Oh, shit.
Optimize it for your new hardware, you could download the original Tomb Raider 1, 2, and 3 for $3 fucking.
Oh wow, those games are old. Yeah.
God, dude, we're so fucking old. Like, also, I never like as a kid, I was always like, yeah, fucking Laura Croft, she's so hot.
Right?
I look at her now, she looks like she's made of goddamn case. Play-Doh.
I know.
look at that. Look at the body here. Do you see this? That's not. I'm like not. I'm not even speaking as like a feminist here. This is just not sustainable. She would be dead.
The organs wouldn't fit in there correctly.
No. I mean, unless her like stomach is in her tits, which may be possible, like given what we're seeing here. But
I mean, if there was like, if you were just seeing that body, like at an autopsy or something, it's like, yeah. So pinned between two cars, it's a shame.
Right,
like...
No. Actually, sir, the reports show that she died of a drug overdose. Oh, what? Really? No. Oh man, but like seriously though, like that. I remember understand as a kid, the technical limitations of the day, but like, yeah.
I mean, just go with the drawing. It's like we've talked about in that era where it's like it has to be 3D. Whoa. Everything has to look like, and it's just like you look at the games like on the Super Nintendo. Well, especially in Japan where it was just like animation. You know, they would just draw it like it was a comic book or something. And over here, we did like the photographs, which was not really better, but it was better than this. It was like,
yeah,
at least
they
it was
just
something...
used like these like chalky 3D models for the first
weird
4
assets.
Games. Yeah. And then they started trying to make her like a little more human looking. Tomb Raider Legend is really the first time.
Tomb Raider Legend's the first time.
Yeah, she would actually have proportions that could sustain a human being.
Yeah.
Anniversary, and the remake is actually really good. The PS2 game. That was fantastic. And fucking
but then $1, of course
that's worth it.
The third, or not Underworld, but then the one after that, the reboot basically, is when it's really like, okay, we're gonna make her like a fully fleshed out, pretty much human being.
Yeah, she's like a human with friends and like, you know, a chest that she could actually walk around with in public.
I've heard. You know, I think that was kind of the point. I barely remember Rise of the Tomb Raider.
Yeah, no, that game kind of got lost in the middle, but it was still really good. Like, yeah. All 3 of these, I have nothing but good things to say about them.
There's so many games.
This rock solid action games.
So many games I have like not played. Like even this previous generation too. Like notwithstanding PS3, Xbox 360. I mean, there was Mass Effect, all the Arkham games. There's a lot of stuff like modern games I've missed out on.
Yeah.
But yeah, even from the last generation, like in none of the Tomb Raider games.
Bayonetta, $5.
Bayonetta. I'm just gonna get the Switch games. I don't want.
You know, I keep saying that to myself, and then I never fucking do.
And then you don't. Hey, you know what? When Bayonetta 3 at some point gets announced, like hopefully next year, they might do a triple pack.
That would be great. I would love to finally catch up on that series.
Yeah, I haven't even beaten the first one. It's a shame.
Oh, really?
They're fucking fantastic.
Yeah,
games.
I've heard nothing but wonderful things about them.
And of course, I played a bit of the second one without beating the first one.
The second one, of course, is a Switch exclusive, but that's worth it.
It's even better. Like it's even better game. It's crazy. Yeah. It's
so take a look at this. Steam is like profiling me now. Players like you.
Okay, what does mine say? Hold on.
Hellblade.
You got Hellblade. What do you think?
I would be down for Hellblade.
Have you wanted to play that? How much is it on your thing right now? $750.
That's not bad.
Okay, I might.
I'd be down for that. I mean, it's not like at the top of my list, but it looks intriguing, and I've heard
it's one of those.
It's like
you gotta
play it
with
once and be done.
Yeah, exactly. Disco
Which
Elysium, I've
750
heard
is
is
a good price for
fantastic.
that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay 30 for like a one and done game, but 750
No.
for just like a good narrative experience, I'd be down for that.
Yeah.
Disco
The most
Elysium, I
pay is
have
like
no fucking clue what that is.
it was. I mean, it won Game of the Year, a few Game of the Year awards, and it was nominated for a bunch. But
Huh.
I know nothing about it.
Is it a strategy game? It's isometric something or other.
I
can't
didn't
tell.
think it was, but it looks like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, RPGs, choices matter, story rich, detective. That sounds kind of cool.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah, but it does look RTS when you at first glance, like
Yeah.
just that isometric view.
Yeah, anytime I
Interesting.
see isometric, I automatically assume RTS.
Oh yeah, me too.
But apparently, no, that's not what it is. Huh? Interesting.
Okay, players like you love. What are they saying about
Control. You've got me intrigued by Control here too.
me? Yeah,
Prey,
kind of shitty
Prey,
that
I know
the
a little bit about,
4K
and I'm not down for that.
the 4K version of Control, you have to, if you bought Control when you first got it, you got to rebuy it. Like,
Oh,
there's
really?
there's no free update. It kind of
Damn.
sucks.
That does suck.
I'm glad I waited, so because that's another
Yeah.
one that I think is just apparently looks
Huh.
fantastic. So I really want to.
Dude,
Okay.
Far Cry 5 is on deep discount right now.
How much is it?
$12 and it's down from 60.
Oh, that's a $60. Yeah.
You know, for like Far Cry is always one of those series where like I'm never in a hurry to play it, but then
Mhm.
when I do, I'm always like, this is fucking fun. These are fun
yeah.
games.
Those are always middling. Oh, these are 7.5, 8 games.
Uh-huh.
They're never poorly rated, but they never. No one ever says, "Oh my God, Far Cry for
Yeah,
game
like
of the
Far
year." It
Cry
just
Game
never
of
happens.
the Year. You know, like
Never
yeah,
happens.
that's right. Except for Far Cry 3. Far Cry 3 did win a lot of accolades.
Yeah.
But I feel like
But-
since then they've been trying to recapture the magic, and they
Yeah.
just haven't quite gotten it. But every time I pop a Far Cry game in or like give it a shot, I'm always enthused. Like it's never a bad time playing Far Cry.
So what is it? $15?
$12.
$12?
12,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
that's not bad.
Shadow
All right.
of War, which I now have for free on the PS4.
That's the second one, right?
Yes.
Okay, with the which I've heard is like it's not bad, but I've heard it's like the Nemesis system is its whole. You either like it or you hate it.
It is cool, but it from what I've played of it, which is pretty little so far, it really feels like it could just be DLC for the first game.
Oh, okay.
But you know, that's not always more of a good thing. Isn't bad. It's just, dude.
So
I've also wanted to play Surgeon Simulator with you, or Hand
have
Simulator.
you ever played it?
There's Hand Simulator and Surgeon Simulator, and they both have co-op now.
I've never seen Hand Simulator.
It's literally just like fight the controls and like outlive your friend.
Is that what you're looking at right now?
Yes.
Looks like a few different mini games.
It would just be like and you know, it's not like you need to buy it on the sale because it's $2 regularly. So
yeah,
that'd just be fun, dude. Fucking Cuphead, we can finally do co-op.
Oh, it's on sale. How much is it?
$15.
Hmm.
But the great thing is, even though it doesn't have like a dedicated online thing because of Steam's, 2-player thing now, we could actually do it.
Are you talking about the take turns kind of thing? Or...
No. Steam has a full-on like games that single player, or I'm sorry, like
games that are 2-player couch or couch 2-player.
Yes, they let you do it online now. Like Steam has some kind of magic thing that they do.
That's fucking awesome.
It is, which like really makes me want to do Cuphead. That would be a lot
you
of
remember SNES 9X or was it ZSNES had that?
Oh, for real?
And it's like, yeah,
I didn't know that.
I think we've done it. I think we tried. Maybe if we look at like a really old Play the Hits or something, I feel like we tried that like way back in the day, like when I was doing like Discord on my phone kind of thing.
Oh yeah.
I think we did something like that.
We did attempt Sonic too, but we did Sonic 2 a different way later.
yeah, a better way.
A better way. The perfect
A lot of
way.
fighting games. Players like you love. I got Guilty Gear Xrd.
Dude, is fucking Star Wars Squadrons just like DOA or what's going on here?
I don't know. It's like it always
looks good. Looks
What's
real
the
good.
original price? Is it $40 originally?
Yeah, like which is weird.
I'm gonna
because,
full screen this.
This is an EA game. Which
yeah,
$40
they usually
I think is
every
cent they can.
Because it's not like a fully baked game.
It's not? Okay.
But because it's like it's like a deep dive into the TIE fighting / just the starfighter kind of.
But dude, I would be so down for that.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah, dude, I love like my favorite parts of like the N64 Star Wars games are when they like actually set you loose in space or on the Battle of Hoth or something. That was awesome.
Yeah. They're usually these kind of squadron games are usually not bad. Like there really hasn't been a bad one. But they knew it was like not a full game.
So I know they did make a big deal though. Like we're not going to do like loot boxes with this one or anything else. So that's.
I think they learned a lesson. I think also Disney has a gun to their head. It's like don't.
They better, yeah. Like what are you?
Don't even
doing?
think about it.
The movies are in enough trouble. We really need the games and the TV series to work out.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. Like that's for a game that came out not even a month and a half ago. That's a pretty steep discount.
That is, yeah.
For a game that's already not full price.
Right.
So, I don't know. Hades, $5 off. Okay, yeah. Like, wouldn't expect
Hades?
Much more because the game's already doing well. It's a roguelike, but it's one roguelike. I'm not into those games, and that's one I might actually want to play, just because it has some like slight dating sim elements to it. You're not actually dating anyone, but it's like it's like Persona kind of dating sim. You're making buddies with the gods.
Yeah.
And you'll see it reflected as you become more friendly with them. Every time you die, you start back over and you talk to them again, and they're like, "Oh, you died again, huh?" Because it makes sense thematically because you're immortal. So
right.
and even the people like you kill, like obviously they're immortal too. So they're like, "Really, we're gonna do this again?" Like,
yeah.
So it's like, all right, if they build the roguelike into the story, I think that's kind of cool.
Dude, did you see the fucking Ni no Kuni sequel is $10?
Oh, dude.
Man.
I still need...
You haven't played the first one,
I really want to like that game. I really do. The gameplay just turned me off.
Is that right?
I couldn't get more than a few hours into it. How about you?
I haven't tried it yet, honestly.
Oh, okay.
Though the second one seems to, from what I can tell, it looks like it's reinvented the gameplay a little.
Yeah. I think the second one's less... The first one was, I don't know, it wasn't like a Pokemon thing, but
there's some town builder elements too, it looks like.
Oh, that's interesting. Oh, like
that Crystal Chronicles game?
What's up?
That old FF Crystal Chronicles game, like My Life is King or something like that?
I've never actually played that.
Dude, so here's fucking Metro Exodus, $15. Like,
is this the newest one?
Yeah, it's the one that I really wanted to fucking play through, and then you know. Oh, look, here it is. This is where I got this fucking train area. Like, I got here, and the game just, like, hard crashed and would not restart without me, like, starting from square one.
And was this Game Pass, or did you buy it from the Microsoft Store?
No, I did not buy it, fortunately.
Okay.
But, like, other people were aware of this issue and, like, chewed Microsoft out about it, and they just straight up fucking didn't address it.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like, totally ignored. Like, we're just pretending this isn't a problem and letting people potentially buy... And, well, that's the really shitty thing. Like, if you did just buy this through the Microsoft Store and didn't have Game Pass, like, if you paid money for this, you were in the same boat as the people on Game Pass. Like, for some reason, Microsoft's Store version of this one just doesn't work. And I've heard that it runs just fine on Steam. Like, no problems. But
yeah, so it's obviously not the developer.
It's something like, with the way that it's interacting with Microsoft's, launching platform or something. Yeah.
They got their own stuff running in the background, which
I'm
okay with it. It actually, just pulled all my shit from the Xbox 360, and I was like, okay, like I was right back in it basically.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Well, so what have you found on the Steam sale here that piqued your interest?
I mean, Persona 4 Golden.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's only a few dollars off. But actually, that's another one that I think is like $14 somewhere else. But whatever, $16, $14.
Well, that game is seeing like a huge resurgence because of being released on Steam. Like, they just thought, sure, we'll knock this out and make a few extra bucks. No, people are gobbling it up. And I'm hoping now that means that they do like other Persona re-releases.
I would love to play. I know it's like kind of archaic at this point, but I'd love to play like Persona 3.
Yeah, Persona 4 holds up shockingly. Like, I have the PSP version and or the PS Vita version. I love it. Not as much as 5, but still really good game.
I played a little bit of Persona 3 way back. I mean, this was PS2. This was...
Oh, really? It
was like 2008
I never played
or something like that, I feel like.
5 is the first one I played, really.
Yeah, well, 3, I did not play very much of 3 at all, and I hated it. And now I want to get back into it because it's like, I didn't give it a chance.
You feel like you understand it better now because of 5. Yeah.
Exactly. I think I would give it more of a chance and see where it was going with its story, with its themes. For me, I was kind of like, okay, it's edgy, but I fucking hate this dungeon. Like,
dude.
And that was boring to me, I get, but I think I would definitely give it a chance.
Check this shit out, dude. Grandia had an HD remaster.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
Oh, for real?
I think the HD remaster is on the Switch.
No shit.
No, I'm almost positive. Let's see. Hold on.
Dude, I rented this once on the PS1. It's one of those ones that kind of got away, you know?
Like Grandia HD Collection came out last year for the Switch. Wow.
Wait, collection?
HD Collection. So I think it's
in one.
I think it's Grandia HD. The first one is HD, but I think it might just be the second one is like verbatim the second game.
Okay, because all I'm seeing this looks like it's just the first one. Like they're at the very least they're only showing screenshots of the first one. Maybe that you have to buy them separately on Steam.
The second game is the original like PlayStation version.
Let's find out here. No, the second game was a Dreamcast game. Oh yeah, look at that.
Oh, was the
Grandia 2 HD.
And it's $28.
Here it's $9
on Steam.
Yeah, or 10.
Is it just the first one?
Well, no, that's okay. So the first one is actually more than the second one, which is kind of funny. The first one is 14. Yeah. The second one is 10.
Yeah, because the second one is literally just a port.
Okay,
but
they sure did slap the HD remaster logo on it.
On both of it, yeah, tricky. But the first one, yeah, they actually did a straight up,
they
redid
at least made it
PlayStation version.
They at least made it widescreen.
Yeah,
they did like Shenmue.
I think the remaster looks fucking awesome. I don't know, pretty much what you think an indie version of that game would look like these days.
So Grandia 2, interestingly enough, I did play to completion on the Dreamcast because that system so desperately needed good JRPGs.
Yeah.
And
Stalkers
I liked
did not do it.
I liked it, but by the time it was over, oh my gosh, like I was so ready for that game to be fucking over. It was a good story and a really good combat system. The dungeons fucking sucked. They were all just like these like bland corridors, and they went on forever.
They weren't randomly generated, were they?
I couldn't tell you. They could have been.
They might have been.
They might have been, but if not, there was no excuse for the way that they composed them.
Dude, I don't know. Like random generation doesn't really happen for RPGs these days anymore. They still do it in some games, and it works in some games, but they like in RPGs they were doing that for a little bit, like in the PlayStation, even the Dreamcast era. Do you remember Evolution for the Dreamcast?
Not
Evolution
really.
2? Okay, it was a cute looking game, but my god, the dungeons were a chore.
Oh
like
man,
fucking awful. And that was what a big problem I had with not an RPG, but Mega Man X6.
Oh yeah,
I think it was randomly generated to that game's detriment for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
that was not
much
great.
worse than X5.
Dude, how the fuck long has Dot Hack been going on for?
I don't know, since the PS2 era.
Yeah, the PS2 was the first one, but I feel like they must have like 20 games in that series. Like how many of them
one
are
of those
on Steam?
things? There is a secret. There's like you go to a convention or something, and you see the people who are really into it. Like there's a segment, you know.
Holy shit!
It's like Beyblades or something. You just like find the speakeasy or something somewhere, and it's just like holy shit.
Yeah,
there's that many people into Beyblades. Like damn,
right?
Bloodstained.
Dude, you should pick up Bloodstained as well.
I got it on the PS4.
You do? Okay, cool.
Working through it very slowly. Did you play? Yeah, you did.
I played the 8-bit one.
You played what?
The 8-bit one with Nick.
Oh, which is awesome. Like
yes.
I haven't played the second. Like this game is definitely like Symphony of the Night, more vibes, but it's awesome. And I'm only like 8 hours into it, but it's really good.
The Atelier games keep coming out as well.
Or Dot Hack kind of thing where it's like, okay.
Yeah, this is like the JRPG equivalent to junk food, you know? Like they just keep putting it out and you can keep like if you enjoy it, like I can't imagine how good it must be to be a like big fan of these games, because you have literally like yearly releases
like every year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
and
again,
it's like always going to be fun to you.
you can say the same of like Tales games, and those
Yeah.
games are quality. I'm well,
Some of them.
I don't know about all of them, but
Yeah.
Tales of
There's
what
two
the fuck
Tales
is it called?
games that I really fucking liked, and it's Tales of Symphonia and Tales of
Symphonia.
Destiny.
Tales of Symphonia is not even for a Tales game. It's just up there with one
Here
of
we
the,
go.
one of the
Actually,
greats.
Tales of Berseria. I don't
Berseria.
even fucking know how to name these games anymore.
This one I think was a bit polarizing. I know one person who played this one and she didn't like it at all.
They started using
but
the X button instead of the circle button.
but I've heard some people liked this one.
Like what? So don't get me wrong here. I've enjoyed a Tales game before, but in the grand scheme of things, as a Tales fan, how do you determine a good Tales game from a bad Tales game?
I have no idea.
What like this to me looks like Tales of Symphonia looked. I mean, the menu's a little bit different, but like it's the same damn principle, right?
Yeah, it's also like, how much do they actually change in these games?
That's
like,
exactly my point. Yeah.
I mean, you could kind of say the same for maybe like Dragon Quest. Those games don't.
But that's intentional. Like that's
Yes.
like that is okay. So this is splitting hairs. This is splitting hairs. But Dragon Quest is firmly rooted in tradition. I get the feeling with the Tales games that they don't know how to progress. And okay, so here, yeah, this looks exactly like Tales of Symphonia to me.
Yeah.
Now I could see that the other
That
one,
was
Berseria
best.
or whatever, where the menus were a little different, right? And they kind of lost the chibi style. But
Yeah.
here, this is just like every Tales game I've seen since the PS1.
Hmm.
Which, don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, I love Tales of Destiny on the PS1. I love Tales of Symphonia on the GameCube. But like, I don't know. This is probably really hypocritical as someone who deeply enjoys Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest. But like, there's got to be
Hey, Final Fantasy, I feel like actually tries to change things up.
Yeah,
pretty
they
much
do.
every entry.
And you know, it's kind of funny that as we're talking about this, I'm looking at some of these screens thinking this actually looks pretty fun.
So, right, I saw the airship. I'm like, ooh,
I'm like, oh yeah, I'd be down for
I
fucking
could
a world map in
explore another
2020.
world like this. Oh shit,
What
dude.
year did this come out? 2019? No shit. Yeah, you know, like not every game has to break the graphical boundaries. You know, like just if you can do like the tried and true formulas really well, I'm always down for that.
Yeah. And I will say, Dragon Quest XI probably broke from tradition more than, we're not counting 10. Probably broke from tradition more. Well, and 9 too, I guess, was pretty different.
Yeah, no, Dragon
was
Quest
the DS one, right?
Lately has done a few different things for sure.
Yeah.
Anywho.
11 broke away a bit, but it's still at its core very much the same game.
Ooh.
Which I'm not, like you said, it's tradition.
And here we have the RPG Maker games, which is a whole. This is a whole nother rabbit hole to just get sucked into. The ones that are like either made in RPG Maker or built off the RPG Maker engines. You know.
Yeah. This is very much like a small team doing this, which I'm sure there's some hidden gems. I'm not trying to.
Yeah. Like
I'd
be willing to bet that like
there's just too many games these days. There's
like if you and I were to pick up Trails in the Sky on the PS1, we'd probably remember it fondly as like one of the most, you know, ambitious games ever made. But because it came out in 2020 and because there's like a million games just like it, I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, it's hard to. You're right. Who has the time to go through these and pick out the diamonds?
I mean, you look at this and I'm thinking Wild Arms.
Yeah, me too.
I'm thinking like
I'm getting that vibe.
What the hell am I thinking on the Super Nintendo?
Like the hyper realistic fish. Look at that. That's awesome. Oh shit.
To Shutterstock or something or
Oh, that's funny. It's
yeah,
like
you're right.
The realistic food in FF15. Like why?
Some of their assets are just like, okay, we're
okay. You know, Square, you could have spent some of that graphical horsepower on other stuff, I'm thinking, but no. Don't let me tell you how to make your game. I've only been playing since 1994. All right, dude. So, what's your Steam sale game of the Steam sale?
Well, not counting Cyberpunk, which is not on sale, but
No.
is in their top sellers anyway. Makes sense. What was the one I was most excited for? Resident Evil 2 is
Hell yeah.
definitely
Pick
up
that
there.
shit up.
That's
Pick up Doom Eternal too.
Pretty much a deal I saw last year around Black Friday on the PS4 was, I think, $20. $16 is really good. Persona 4 Golden, even though it's only like 20% off, is tempting. You know, I have never played that game. Let's see.
I'm going all indies. I'm thinking I'm probably gonna pick up Cuphead, Phasmophobia, and maybe just like Hand Simulator. Just a fucking wild card for $1.
Go Elysium for that price. I'm tempted, but I know very little about it. Just that I'm very interested in it. I think if I had to, I don't know, if I had to choose one game for me right now, it's just the fact that I want to put the computer through its paces.
Yeah, right.
I'm really excited to see something pretty. Control might be either Control or Resident Evil 2 might be my number one game.
Dude,
I just want to see.
You got to go Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, I probably will.
The fact that you haven't played that yet is upsetting.
You know what? It is. Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorite games on the PlayStation. So
I mean, in a way you have, because you've seen it front to back on Play the Hits with me.
Yeah, I've seen 2 scenarios.
You know what it's about. But at the same time, you've just got to experience it. It is so much fun.
I got to do it with the lights off.
Yeah.
Waking Addie up.
It is like being in 1997 again. Yeah. But like the way that you always imagined it to be.
So what were you saying? You do Cuphead.
Yeah, I'm thinking I might do, like, actually purchase Cuphead, Phasmophobia, and Hand Simulator just to dick with you and Nick at some point.
Okay. Well, I would play it with you, but I have no interest in Phasmophobia. Not because it's scary, but because the game just looks like ass to me.
Dude, just watch like a Let's Play of it, and you tell me then if you wouldn't have fun.
I'll watch a proper Let's Play of it. I watched the girlfriend reviews of it. It's like, okay, I don't know about this game, but I'll watch a Let's Play and see, because people are having fun with it, I guess.
Yeah,
so.
just look up like a Game Grumps episode or something. We're basically discount Game Grumps. Just.
And Cuphead, I actually, now that I think about it, I think that would be. The game never goes on sale more than that. It's never like $10. So
no, because it's still like so unique, and
it is.
They can still make money off this thing.
You heard I think they just announced this like yesterday. They're delaying the Last Course again.
Oh, really?
Which should have come out. I feel like that was supposed to come out like a year and a half ago or something.
Is that right?
It's kind of like the farewell chapter of Celeste, where it's just like, yeah, this will come out in a few months, and then this is getting away. This, you know what? This is almost like a sequel, but it's not going to be a sequel. Like,
right?
They just keep making it bigger, basically. It's like, okay, that's cool. We'll probably get our money's worth with it, and I can't even complain. I haven't even fucking played Cuphead yet, so
right?
I gotta get it.
Oh shit. Well, hey, at least there's no shortage of good games to put your new PC through the paces, which is good.
Yep. And some gifts I'm gonna get. I mean, I don't even care if Jim is watching. My older brother, he's getting Spelunky 2.
Nice.
That's like what, 10% off or something.
Don't worry, Max. I think the surprise will remain intact, because looking at Twitch, it's just you and me.
Oh, that's, you know what? I need to frickin' do the bust out, the pop out chat.
That's right. Though we have not had a chatter in quite a while. That's all right.
Yeah, that's true. We used to. You know what? We're playing a lot of newer games. It seems like with the classics, you know, they come out of the woodwork, and it's just
like hey, if you hit like a game that has like a dedicated like fan community watching it. I mean, they're going to be pretty disappointed watching me play, but...
You know what it is, man? It's when we play the old games and you got that speedrunning community, you know, that's had time to evolve. And so they're always looking to see what people are doing, I bet.
Like, this guy's clearly no threat to my record.
Basically. I'll even give him some hints.
Next time, we're going to actually play a video game. So, we'll see you then.